Hi guys, so today I have a review for you. I'm going to be reviewing two different serums. The first one is a vitamin C, and then the second one here. The owner did ask me to note that their packaging has changed. The product inside's the same, but the packaging design on the outside, the label has changed. So when you get, if you do decide to order it and you get it and it's different than this one, just note that it's the same thing. So I will have everything down below for you guys. Before I get started in the actual review, I just wanted to say I'll have all of the links down below for you, as well as a promo code that is exclusive for my viewers. So you can check that out there. So the owner of the company, she got a hold of me and she told me that you can use these individually or you can choose to use them together. So what I did, so for a week I used this one and then stopped, and then I used this one for a week and stopped, and then I used the two together for 2 weeks so I could kind of get a feel for each of them individually as well as how they work together. I also took pictures at the beginning and end of each time, so before I started using it I took a picture, and then after I used this for a week, and then after I used this for a week, and then after the 2 weeks. I did use my iPhone to take pictures, so they're not the greatest pictures, but hopefully you guys will kind of get the gist of the results that I got. I will note that with vitamin C serums and oils, if you guys haven't used them before, it can take up to 6 months to show full results, so that's just something to keep in mind. And like I said, I did only use these for a couple weeks. So so the first one that I used is this one here. But I wanted to kind of talk about the consistency of this one. So this one's a little bit thicker, you can see. It has no smell at all, and it feels really good going on the skin, and it absorbs really quickly, which was a bonus. So what I did in the morning, I would wash my face in the shower, and then when I got out I would put 3 pumps of this on my skin. I would do 2 pumps on the face and 1 pump on the neck. And then by the time I was done getting dressed, it was completely absorbed into the skin, and then I was ready to put on my makeup or whatever else I was doing for the day. So what I noticed with this is, this one in particular, you kind of feel it right away. So when you put it on, initially what I felt was it kind of tightened up my skin, or it made it feel tight. Not like when you wear a mask or anything like that, but you could definitely feel it. And then it kind of absorbed into the skin, like I said, really quickly. And it didn't feel heavy at all or make me sweat throughout the day, because right now it's about 103 degrees average here where I live. So I'm always leery about putting something on my face that's going to make me feel greasy or break me out. That was the other thing that I noticed with this. It did not break me out at all, so I was really happy about that. My skin is combination skin, and I have a few dry patches on my face, but I'm also prone to breakouts, so I was really happy that that didn't happen with this. The other thing that I noticed is that my makeup glided on smoother, and what I mean by that is, I don't know if you guys have ever used like a primer on your skin and you go to put on your powder foundation and it kind of just glides over the skin. I noticed that after using this one for a few days. Also, the dry patch that I had on my face, it didn't completely go away, but it definitely diminished, and my face just felt more hydrated overall. So I would say that there was definitely something going on with that first week, you know, but it was, again, it was only 7 days. So I'll go ahead and put the picture up for this one so you can kind of see. I have some really fine lines underneath my eyes, and you can see that the really fine ones, hopefully you can see that they were starting to kind of plump up or fill up a little bit. I don't know how to explain it other than they just seemed less visible to the naked eye. So that was after 1 week of using this one. So here's the picture. So for the second week, I went ahead and used the vitamin C serum, and I stopped using the other one. So this one, the consistency is a little bit different. So it's a little bit more liquidy or watery. But again, it absorbs quickly into the skin, and I would say that this one absorbs even quicker. It does have a faint smell to it, and then you can see it in there, hopefully. And then also, I didn't note with the other one, but I'm about here after a month's worth of use. So you have quite a bit to work with. I mean, if I was guessing by the amount, there's probably a good 3 months in here. And again, I did 3 pumps of this, 2 on my face, 1 on my neck. So what I noticed with this one, I didn't notice it right away when I first put it on, but the next day when I woke up, my skin felt so much softer. I don't know how to explain it. It was just super smooth to the touch. And even after I went into the shower and I washed my face, it was still smooth. You know, it just felt really, really smooth and silky. The other thing I noticed is I have a little yellow patch underneath one of my eyes. And it's kind of a discoloration, I'm assuming from the sun or just from the dark circles that I get. I noticed that by the end of that first week that I had used this, that it had diminished slightly. Not completely, but it had diminished slightly. I also noticed quite a bit of hydration with this, not as much as this one here, but still very good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the pictures, and you can see. So next I use these two together for 2 weeks. And so what I would do is in the morning I would wash my face, get out of the shower, and then I would put this one on. And then in the evening I would wash off my makeup and my face, and then I would put this on. And that's what the owner recommended. She says that your skin's natural healing ability happens more readily at night, and so she recommended using the vitamin C in the evening. I would say that these definitely work better together. So I was talking about the little dry spot that I have on my face that didn't go away completely with just using this for a week. After the 2 weeks of using this, it's completely gone. I don't have it at all. I'll also note on the pictures that I'm going to show you at the end of this that little fine line, you'll see one on my cheek. It's like plumped up, and it's definitely not as visible to the skin. Also, my skin tone in general looks better. You know, it's more even, and it's very, very soft. So, you know, for me, just having that dry patch go away, you know, that's enough for me to keep using this. So I'm really anxious to see what happens after the 6 months. I'm definitely going to keep this in my skincare regimen and just add it to what I've already been using. So one more thing that I wanted to know is that these are certified organic products. They're not tested on animals, and they are made in the US. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Also in the description box, I'll add some additional information about each of them so you can kind of get an idea of what they're supposed to do for you aside from what they did for me. And then just note that everybody's face is a little different, and the results I got may not be the same for you. As always, thank you guys for watching.